Hey, Magnus here. I am not really sure if I'm gonna be uploading this to the YouTube channel or if I'm gonna try and edit something a little bit more coherent, but because it's really late, it's like 2 in the morning, and I have been reading a lot of information on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and news sources and about this J.K. Rowling slash Maya situation. So, for those of you who doesn't know, probably only a few, maybe. Um, J.K. Rowling did a posted a tweet on her account supporting this person Maya. She was fired from her workplace because of some comments that she had posted on her Twitter account. Now, there's many layers to this situation, and somehow I do understand her point, Maya's point, that she has been saying. First of all, um, everyone has the right to believe in whatever a thing they want to believe. Everyone has the right to um, the right to freedom of speech, right? You can say technically whatever you want, because it's your right to express yourself. But there is some limits to that. It sounds ridiculous to say that your freedom has limits, but that's the thing about society, that your freedom ends where the freedom of the other person starts, because we are not alone. We are living in a society, so we cannot be overstepping other people just to be free and just to be happy in our own beliefs and desires. So the news specifically say that this Maya person posted a transphobic comments on her Twitter. But what other news sources have commented on is that it's not only the Twitter. It seems the court was not only looking at the Twitter comments, but that she has indeed uh, commented some transphobic has done some transphobic comments at her workplace, and obviously the company didn't like that. And that's the reason why, because she was creating a violent or hate environment at the workplace. So her Twitter account, while it is public, she is not a public figure. So she technically can say almost whatever she wants, right? uh if you don't like what she writes, you can just ignore her. She's just one of them. But saying those comments at her workplace and being so vocally open about that's hate speech, then that is the problem, and that is the root reason why she was fired. Not because just some comments on Twitter. It's because she was behaving openly hateful and transphobic. That's why she was fired, basically. And then J.K. Rowling steps on the situation, supporting her, because she says Maya has the right to express herself, especially because and that this is misogynistic, um, that feminists have to support Maya because they are um, basically she's saying, or at least that is how I understand it, that Maya was censored and affected and attacked just because she was a woman. But that is not true. She also, J.K. Rowling also commented that she had been fired just because she was commenting on a truth, right? A fact. Now, the problem with that is that what she's saying is not really a fact, it's just a belief, it's a comment, right? And there is a really long debate about gender and sex, and that has not been 100% defined. So you can't really say she's stating the sky is blue. She's not saying something like that. She's saying in just a belief and a thought. And again, she has a right to say whatever she wants, but in a closed environment. She cannot, because there's a big difference between saying um pineapple in pizza doesn't agree with me. I don't think pineapple in pizza is good. I don't like it. It's badly done. Whatever. To saying trans women are not women. Trans women have to accept that they are men. And all those other horrible comments that she was making, because while talking about pineapple in your pizza might maybe even make someone angry because they love pineapple in pizza, stating that trans people are not valid, because when you're saying that trans women or trans men are not women or not men, then you are saying that they're not valid. They don't have the same rights as you. And stating that in a workplace or in a school or any kind of public area is not correct. And in this moment, it's a very bad moment to be losing your job. I'm definitely sad that she lost her job, because again, it's a very bad moment to be losing your job. But she deserved it. It was correct to fire her. It was correct to disagree with her behavior, not her comments, not her thoughts, because we cannot force her to change her thoughts. We cannot force her to believe in what we believe or what we think or what we work on. She can she can believe whatever she wants. She just has to respect other people. She has to be respectful, and she has to mind her manners. It's part of being an adult. When you're a kid, like a 7 year old, 6 year old, you say stuff like that because you don't know about respect and boundaries and being civilized and work in society. But you have to be respectful. And what she was doing was very aggressive. The kind of comment I have read directly from her Twitter account are so hateful. Are those are the kind of comments that rile up people against trans women. It unfortunately, trans women are really, really affected more than non-binary people or trans men. They are always, if you read the news, there's a constant attack on them. And while she might not be openly hitting them, spitting on them, or killing them, she is part of the problem. And saying that not helping her is misogynistic, that that it's a and that it's an attack on women. It is not an attack on women. It's an attack to transphobia. It's an attack against discrimination and hate speech and violence and bullying. Because what she's doing is bullying people. And it's not correct. It's just. And in the case of J.K. Rowling's, specifically, the reason why I'm doing this video is because I have read the books, I have watched the movies, I have loved it so much. And it's so ingrained in our society and our LGBT society. Every time I have gone into a pride, I have always seen the Harry Potter banner. The Harry Potter showed us that nobody has to, nobody has to live inside a closet. That that it showed us to be ourselves and to be proud of ourselves. There's so many good things that came from those books, and she's like trashing her own words, and she's going against everything that she created so many years ago. And I do believe she was from the very beginning transphobic, which is very that's really unfortunate. It's very sad. We are just seeing her true colors. And what's worst is that she's not Maya. J.K. Rowling has an amount of followers that it's so amazingly big. And not only adult people follow her because they read the books when they were children, because they saw the movies and now they're adults, and but children as well, because there's new generations watching her movies and reading her books because they're really cool. They're so filled with fantasy and just and action and comedy and drama. And the adults are the adults that have transphobic ideas, transphobic desires, are being validated by her. She is basically helping and supporting and endorsing a monster. And she's also creating another one, because youngsters who are right now creating their own values, their own beliefs, they are sucking her thoughts. Her they are feeding from her hate and her misinformation, miseducation, disrespect. They're just, I don't know. I'm very disappointed in all these. I'm very tired and sad. I think on this week alone, I have read so many disheartening news, including some death of trans women. This is the worst moment to be reading about this situation, but I think it's also a good moment to do so, because I have decided that I'm no longer endorsing her behaviors. I'm no longer endorsing her transphobia. I'm gonna stop watching those movies. I'm gonna stop buying anything that has to do with her, anything that gives her the economic impulse. I'm not gonna be um, commenting anything on any media as I can, because it's not right. I really hate the idea because, again, the books are really good. The movies are quite nice. It's so sad. It's just I don't really know what to say. As a trans as a trans person that has grown with those kind of books, that has dreamed with them, is demoralizing. But I saw it coming. I have seen her comments growing and getting murkier every year, and just, again, these are her true colors, and we have to accept them, and we have to make a line. We have to we have to fight back, and not fight back by insulting her, attacking her, or attacking this person, Maya. We are better than that, or I so hope so. We should educate people. We must educate people. We have to show respect, we have to show patience, and we have to show that we are people, that we are valid, and that we are going to fight for our rights, no matter whatever they say. Because, again, they can comment whatever they want, they can say whatever they want, but they cannot by any way decide on our own lives. It is not their decision if any government gives us the right to change our genders, have the have the gender marker change, have our names change, do transition. Nothing that has to do with us can be decided by them. And we have to let them know that. We have to show them that. I'm not really sure, again, what is it that I wanted with this video. It's just, I'm trying to let go of all these thoughts that I'm having about this. I'm tired, it's so late, and it just, I couldn't go to sleep without letting this go, letting my thoughts go. And to whoever sees this video and has been affected by this, just breathe. You are valid. If you're a trans woman, then you are 100% a woman. If you're a trans man, you are 100% a man. If you're non-binary, you are 100% human. And all of us, all of you, are perfect. We are perfect. You are perfect. There's nothing wrong with you. And just try and be strong. And try to see the good things that are still around us. Just the fact that, for example, with Harry Potter, we got Emma Watson, and she is openly and really vocal about the trans rights support. So that's really great. And the characters in those books are still themselves, so we can still draw support from them. And there's so many things that are wonderful in books. There are many other writers that write fantasy and magic that are vocally supportive of our community, supportive of humans in general. Like Patrick Rothfuss, for example, he is one of my favorite artists or favorite writer. And if you want to read something that is filled with magic, but that also has the fact that the human behind it is an awesome person that supports their right to be happy and to be free and to really have your human rights completed, then follow him instead of J.K. Rowling's. Just like him, there's many others that have great hearts and they are really valuable and brave and smart people that you can follow. So I'm sorry that this rant is like so long and that I feel like it goes nowhere. I'm all over the place here. But again, I hope that you can see some light in this darkness. It's we are having a rough time in general in the LGBT community, but it is going to get better. We are making it better. And neither J.K. Rowling's or Maria or anyone like them are gonna stop this. They can't. No, they no longer can't. So, well, see ya.